Welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Canon 70D. First off, I want to give a big shout out to Marcus from Marcus Pics. I'm going to put his site down below. Y'all check him out. He's an excellent photographer. And he also gives away a lot of gear. He's a really generous guy. So y'all support him. Go to his site, subscribe. Great guy. This is where we got the 70D from. Just want to give him a big shout out. You're amazing, man. Thank you. Now, one thing that makes the Canon 70D special is it was one of the first, if not the first, cameras to have dual pixel autofocus, which is how Canon really grabs the subject and holds onto it. It was really one of the best cameras to come out that really did video well and did photography well. Now, I don't think it would win first place overall in any camera prize. It's not going to be the full frame R6 or anything like that, and it's not going to be the #1 video camera, but it holds its own in every category. So that's really something to be said for. Now, this is a 20 megapixel camera. We shot for years, I think in 2004 when the Canon 30D came out. Don't quote me, I think that was the year. Between 2004 and 2012, we shot hundreds of weddings with the Canon 30D, and then a few years later we upgraded to the Canon 50D, and all those were crop sensor cameras. Now, of course, we're using the full frame. But these are still great cameras. If you're just starting and you're looking for a good camera to do video and do pictures, Canon 70D, you can get one for a couple $100 on eBay. It's good in the portrait studio. You will get the crop, the 1.6 crop, so a 24 to 70 lens is suddenly going to become a 36 to about 105. But that's nothing terrible. The one downfall about the camera, the crop sensors, and this with any crop sensor in any brand, is the fact that in low light at weddings, you're going to get more noise. The new full frame cameras are not going to get much noise. They'll go upwards 12,000 or so. The other day I had my R6, I think, shooting at 12,500, and the grain is almost not there, especially when you Photoshop it out. But the 70D is a great camera to get started with. I would have no problems with going to shoot a wedding with it today if I had to. In fact, it's our first backup we go to. We use 2 full frames when we go to weddings. We use the Canon 6D and the Canon R6. But the Canon 70D and the 60D and the 50D and on down the line are backups for that. One thing I also love about it is it's one of the first cameras to have the articulating screen. You can move it just everywhere. It's really cool, and it's really ahead of its time. It has the touch screen that works very well also, so very neat. Note that down. I mean, this is really a deal on a camera. You can use Canon's EF lenses, and you can use the EFS lenses, which are made for the crop sensor, but you can also put those EF lenses on the crop sensor. You can't go the opposite way. You can't put an EFS lens on a full frame, but you can put a full frame on a crop sensor. Hope that made sense. Now, the one thing it has that I don't really care for is it has what's called digital zoom. Digital zoom to me is something that never should have been made. You always want an optical zoom, so just bypass the digital zoom and you'll be fine. It's just terrible quality. Never buy, especially in point and shoots back in the day, it used to be a thing. Really 10 times digital zoom, but really that's just terrible. It shouldn't be something anybody would advertise if they knew what they were doing. It's never grab a digital zoom camera for anything. Always go optical. In fact, this camera shoots 20 megapixels, the same as my Canon R6 and my Canon 6D. So my 3 cameras, main ones, shoot all 20 megapixels, and I'll do a great job. Like I said, this one won't get quite the quality in the low light, but if you're shooting in the studio and you're shooting anywhere between 100 and 400 speed, you'll be absolutely fine. I mean, it's a great camera. Nothing, I mean, for the price these things are, absolutely. If you're starting out or you just need a backup, this is a great camera. The 70D, 80D, 90D on up are all fantastic cameras. Now again, who would this camera be for? This camera, it's probably 6-7 years old. Anybody that's getting started and you don't have the budget to go buy a full frame camera, this would be one of the first cameras I would look at. Like I said, it's no award. It's not going to win the top photography award for quality for images because you got the crop sensor, but it's going to compete in every class and it's going to do a really good job. It's just a great all-around camera, not to mention it is built like a tank. They're fantastic. I've got a battery grip I haven't yet put on the bottom, but I've got it for it. It's just a fantastic camera. I think it's 7 frames per second. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I should have looked some of this stuff up before I started yakking. But check it out, Canon 70D. Check KEH. That's what I recommend for used stuff. They're really good. But thanks again, Marcus. We'll put this camera to use. And y'all check out Marcus Pics' website. He's a great guy, and he's a great photographer. He claims to not be a photographer, but he's actually one of the best photographers I've ever seen. So he's hilarious. He's like the MacGyver of photography. He just makes the coolest stuff ever. So thanks, Marcus. We appreciate it. What you do doesn't go unnoticed. Y'all subscribe to our website and have a good day. Thank you.